Hey guys, today's video I'm doing the highly requested Q&A, and I just want to start by saying when I started this channel like a few years ago, my very first Q&A, which is now privated by the way, it's no longer on the internet because it's really cringy. I literally had to like look up questions, like I had to make up questions for myself to answer because no one was no one was asking me questions because no one was subscribed to me, obviously. So I'm really flattered that people are actually asking me stuff and I can actually do a proper Q&A. So we're ready for my first Q&A and I'm just really happy to finally be at this milestone. But yeah, I'll just jump right into the questions. I also got a request to do like a freshman advice thing, and I think I'll do that in a separate video, or else I felt like this would just be really long. So I'm just gonna answer specifically what people have been asking me, and I'm going to literally go through every single question I've gotten. Like I literally went to the community page of my channel, so literally every single comment you guys have left from like the beginning of time is on here, and I'm gonna answer the ones that are like asking questions about Purdue. So yeah, if you're looking for more information about Purdue specifically, or just college in general, keep watching this video. I have some stuff for you. So and I'm gonna try to answer every single one. And I'm also gonna answer some Instagram DMs I've got because I've gotten a few of those. So the first one I'm gonna answer is, what's your Instagram? This is unrelated to Purdue, but I wanna answer it anyway. It's @_MikeD___. No, it's not pronounced Miked. I've heard people pronounce it that way, and I should probably change it because I can see why people say that. MIKED__. I have it linked below, so if you want to go follow me there. Ask me questions, you can do that too. So, what grade are you in? Asks, I cannot pronounce your first name. I'm so sorry. Well, first of all, this is a random tidbit. In college, most people say year. I don't mean to be like nitpicky or like a dick about it, but like one time I was making small talk with this girl, and I accidentally asked her, what grade are you in? Because I wasn't thinking, and she made fun of me for it, for not saying year. So if you're in college, just ask people what year they're in, not grade. This could just be an American thing. Hopefully people won't make fun of you for it, but... And, oh, I didn't even answer the question. I'm such an asshole. Oh my god. I'm a rising sophomore at Purdue University, and yeah, most of my videos I have on my channel were filmed when I was a freshman or when I was a senior, but as of right now, I'm going to be a sophomore. Also, sorry my hair looks kind of weird. I just got a haircut today and they put gel in my hair, which doesn't usually happen. So if it looks a little spiky and like spazzy, that's what happened. Oh my god, I'm so dumb. I keep losing like where the questions are. Cheeky Soy asks, can you do a dorm tour? I'm moving in next year and I want to know what the setup is. I definitely will try to do it next year. I didn't do one last year because first of all, I didn't live in a dorm, and that's another story. I lived in an apartment. It was still on campus, but it wasn't a dorm. However, I do have a couple friends this year who are living in dorms, so I'll just try to see if I can do their room, and I'll just do where I'm living, which is an on-campus apartment again. So yeah, sorry I don't have a dorm tour, but I will try to get that in for you guys. Oh my god, the next most asked question is some form of what major are you in? Like, I swear there's a lot more comments about like, are you a CS major too? I feel like they just got deleted somehow, or they like removed the comment, or I didn't see it, but I swear there were so many at one point asking me. And no, I am not a CS major. Sorry. I can completely understand why you guys think that, because in every single like day in the life video or video I filmed at Purdue, I'm like bitching about my CS homework at some point. And that's because I was in first year engineering, and in your second semester, you have the option to take a CS course, CS 159 if you're wondering, as an elective, which is just C coding. And then in your like general engineering course that you have to take, you do coding in MATLAB, and that's like the entire second semester of your freshman year curriculum. So basically like 80% of my homework was all CS and coding. So if I didn't have to do coding, I would probably have had like a few hours of homework a week. I'm not even kidding. To answer your question, right now, as I'm going to my sophomore year, I am a civil engineering major, but your freshman year at Purdue, you're basically in first year engineering, which is like a general engineering curriculum, and that's your major. And then at the end of your freshman year, you apply for the specific engineering discipline you want to major in. So like that's where you can choose mechanical, chemical, like civil, like me. Like there's 13 different majors, I'm pretty sure. I can like put a list here of like every single one that they offer. Like Estrella Popaka says, ooh, you're a freshman, right? What type of engineering? Oh shoot, I already answered this. Hi, I am planning to apply to Purdue for electrical engineering. Do you think that Purdue is at the same level as other great universities in the USA, such as UC Berkeley, Georgia Institute of Technology, and others? I mean, we are top 10. Did you hear my like voice almost crack there? Our top 10. We are ranked top 10 for engineering programs in the US. I'm not sure where it is for electrical. I mean, we're up there. It's definitely not as competitive as Berkeley and Georgia Tech. So you can still get a great engineering education here. It just won't be as super uber competitive as some of those other schools you mentioned. Aaron Andormans says, watching your uni videos might be my new addiction. I'm starting at this fall at Purdue FYE and honestly knowing what to expect is so relieving. Thank you. Do you have any tips that might help? Like what classes are bad, what clubs have been good, and in which residence hall I should apply to? Also, do you think learning communities are good? And I don't know how to feel about them. Anyways, thanks a lot. LMAO, this is a long ass comment. That is perfectly okay. I'm happy to answer as many of those things as I think I can possibly answer confidently. So yeah, I'll start with what classes are bad and what clubs have been good. So for the classes I've taken, which are the engineering curriculum classes, you can look up, if you look up on like the Purdue Engineering website for FYE, you can find like exactly which courses you're gonna be taking. I can only speak for the classes I've taken or know a lot about, so basically the first year engineering classes. And she said she was FYE, so hopefully this should answer your question. You're gonna hear bad things about 2 classes, technically 3. And those 3 classes are Physics 172, which is Intro to Mechanics, MA 162 and MA 166, which are both different variations of Calculus 2. I'm gonna say Physics 172 really is not that bad. They changed the curriculum because it was very bad and they were failing so many kids that the physics department got put on probation. So they completely revamped the course and it's a lot easier than it once was. So any stigma around it you're gonna hear is just kind of left over from what the class once was, which was a monstrous, horrible thing to go through that I, fortunately enough, did not have to experience because they changed the curriculum, I think, either last year or the year I took the class. So hopefully it's the same. The other 2 classes, the other 2 calc classes, yeah, they still suck. They may hopefully for you guys revamp it by the time you guys enroll, but when I took it, it was pretty hard. It was one of the hardest classes I've ever taken. If you have the option of doing 162 or 166, they're pretty much the same. There's only a few minor differences. One of which is that Math 166 is 4 credit hours and Math 162 is 5 credit hours. If you aren't familiar with the credit hour system, basically each class you take is going to be worth a certain number of credit hours, and each semester you take anywhere between 12 and 18 credit hours between all of your classes. Your GPA it's weighted by the amount of credit hours each class is. So I recommend doing 166, first of all because there's a couple of things that make it a little nicer. You only meet 4 times a week instead of 5. And the quizzes that you take in the class are group quizzes, so it's a lot nicer. And in general, if you don't do super well in the class, it'll be only 4 credit hours to tank your GPA instead of 5 credit hours, which would have more weight and bring your GPA down more. So that's my only recommendation. Do 166. Physics 172 is fine. All other classes are pretty much okay. You don't have to worry about them. What clubs have been good? This, I think, is a question that I can't really answer because there's like 1,100 plus student organizations. I sound like a tour guide. Literally, whatever club is good is just completely a matter of opinion and what you're interested in and what you want to see, what you want to find at Purdue. If you want to learn more about the clubs, at the end of your orientation week, there's a big club fair. So you can just go there, talk to different representatives at each club. It's organized by like categories, so there's like athletic ones in one area, academics, and there's like 7 other categories. I don't even know. But there you can get a good sense of what each club is about, and you can sign up to be on mailing lists and come to call outs and stuff. So yeah, that's completely up to you. Do you think learning communities are good? I think they'll be good because generally they're divided by major or what you're studying, like the field of study or by college. So it's nice to be able to live with a bunch of people who are taking the exact same classes as you, so you can always find help. I've heard of stories of people doing their homework and getting stuck on a problem, being like, hey, who knows number 5 on the calculus homework? And like 3 people will like stick their heads out of the window down the hall, be like, oh, I got that. So that can be really useful. I personally did not live in a learning community and I did just fine. And I thought it was really cool to meet people who are majoring in different things than me. It's up to you what you want, but in general, I think they can be a really good, nice thing. And sometimes learning communities will do trips within their dorm, and like it's a great way to like make friends right away with people who have similar interests as you. Alright, so sorry for that like technical issue. I was running out of space on my phone, so I couldn't like film anything. It wouldn't let me film, so I had to delete a bunch of stuff, and now it's 3 days later. So sorry. Also, if I'm talking a little bit quietly, it's because it's 2 in the morning and my parents are asleep. I feel like that's what's happening in all my videos, but whatever. What residence should I apply to? So you can't apply to a specific residence hall, but you can choose your room type when you're applying for housing. So I recommend, the only thing I don't recommend is like a single, because I feel like, well, first of all, singles are usually a lot more expensive, and second of all, when you're your freshman year, it's like your time to make your friends, you know, meet more people. Like freshman year, from what I hear, is the most social year of your year of college. So, and I feel like
being in a single kind of limits that to some extent, especially because most of the singles at Purdue are in dorms with other singles. Like there's this whole residence hall that's literally only singles and that's it. So that's not very social, and chances are you'll end up there if you choose a single as your first choice. So, and even if you're in dorm with other like doubles and a more social dorm, I hear a single can get kind of lonely, so it's nice to at least have one person there that you can, you know, like talk to or whatever. So yeah, I just recommend not doing a single. And then there's the option to choose like if you want a room with or without AC. So really there's ups and downs to both. Like if you want a room without AC, yes, it's gonna be hot, but it's only for the first like 6 weeks of school anyway. Maybe like the last week if it happened to be hot, and it wasn't really hot this year, so. And then they're a little cheaper than dorms with AC. And also, generally the dorms without AC are a lot more social than the dorms with AC because it's so damn hot, you have to keep your door open and then you make friends. So yeah, generally the more wild dorms are the ones without AC. So that's just something to think about as well. Triples, yeah, beware of those. I don't know, those can get a little crazy. There's even quads out there. I don't know much about those. I don't know anyone who lived in one, but that sounds insane. Okay, so now I'm gonna move on to like Instagram DMs. Sorry, I'm moving my phone so I can find a screenshot. First question is, okay, be honest with me. Do you like it here? I'm going to make a whole video that is specifically only about the things I love, like 10 things I love and 10 things I hate about Purdue, so I can answer that way more in depth in another video. EMNB asked, and he's actually going to be a freshman at Purdue this fall, so boiler up Ian, welcome to the Boilermaker family. That was so cheesy, but I'm debating whether I'll put that in or not. And he asked, do you have any specific recommendations for laptops or basically anything that just works? So generally, unless you're doing engineering, I feel like you could use whatever laptop you want. I don't use a Linux laptop if you really wanted to, but for engineers, if you literally have no preference, I would probably go with the PC just because a lot of the classes you take as an engineering major, the software you use is geared towards PC computers. Like for example, MATLAB. When I downloaded MATLAB on my computer, it like was formatted to a Windows operating system, so it was kind of weird and kind of like unwieldy to use on an Apple laptop. And the other thing is like there are a couple other like servers that would like be more difficult to use with an Apple computer. I know I'm just explaining this really badly, but like for example, Purdue has this like kind of cloud system that you use to access homework. So like if you do homework on one laptop in one computer lab, you can save it and then work on it on another computer in your residence hall. So you can just keep working on whatever computer, you don't have to go back to that exact same station. And it's kind of, we have to jump through some hoops to access that through an Apple computer, which meant for the first half of my second semester, I was literally doing my homework on my laptop and having to submit it using like lab computer on campus. One of my friends told me how to do it on a Mac. If you just, in general, if you want it to be a little bit easier for you, you should use a PC. If you have no preference, you're gonna have a little bit of an easier time getting through the year with a PC. However, if you want a Mac, you can totally do that. I did it though, so like if I can do it, you guys can totally do it. And the reason why I wanted a Mac was literally just because I could have iMovie. And being able to text from my computer is really cool. You can't do that on Windows, so. Jiminy Cricket asks, is everyone really friendly there? This is the thing. Purdue is a huge school. There are like 33,000 undergrads, 8,000 freshmen alone. I can't speak for every single person who goes to the school, but you can catch vibes from different schools, and I will say Purdue felt like the friendliest vibe out of the schools I visited. The schools in the Big Ten that I visited at least. But that's just me being vibes, and that could be completely up to my own opinion. I can only speak for myself. However, I will say that you will attract the people that you vibe the best with, and that is especially true at a large public university like Purdue. I generally think of myself as an okay person, so I attract okay people. I'm just kidding. I would say all my friends are super cool people. They're super chill. In general, you're just gonna attract people that you like to be around. And if you want to talk about like friendliness and inclusiveness, I'd say Purdue is generally an inclusive place. There are some exceptions, and I could talk about that in another video, but for things like clubs and stuff, I say that it's especially like a very open and inviting place. I joined this one club earlier this past semester, and it was like sort of an engineering, kind of robotics, tinkering, build stuff kind of club, and everyone there like had like 3D printing experience, like CAD experience, and I've never done any of that, and that they were super inclusive. Like they kind of showed me the way. I learned the ropes, and they didn't judge me at all for that. Like they didn't condescend me. They didn't think I was dumb for not knowing these things because I'm an engineering major and I can't code or do CAD. And I'm gonna say like for most of the clubs I'm in, it's that same sort of vibe. They're not gonna judge you. They just like to meet new people. Everyone likes to have more people join their club. I I think in that case, it's definitely a very open place. I've never experienced anyone like any sort of exclusivity with the clubs. And so I think that's really awesome that if you're interested in something, even if you know nothing about it, you can still feel free to join a club and then feel like a part of a group of people with a like interest. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say there. And in general, I feel like people aren't like super cliquey. Definitely way less than high school, but that could just be a college thing. So if you're friendly and chill, Jiminy Cricket, you will also meet people who are friendly and chill, and that's all that matters. I said that kind of sassy, I don't know why. I think those are all the questions. If you have any more, please leave them down in the comments below. DM me on Instagram. Once again, my @ is _MikeD___. I'll answer questions there too. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's super highly requested, and if I didn't get to your questions, please just bully me in the comments. Like, I will apologize. I'm so sorry. I tried to get to every single one. I think I did, but if I didn't, let me know and I will answer it as soon as possible. And yeah, subscribe for more Purdue related content and just, I don't know, life content, college content, content, I don't know. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye. Bye. I don't know how to end my videos. I need to like come up with a routine. Oh my God. Okay, bye.